guys, Stephanie here. Welcome back to my channel. You know what time of the year it is? Halloween. So I want to do this Scarlett steampunk look. Scarlett for the red, steampunk for the rest of it. Anyways, if you're interested in how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so as you can tell, I've already primed, put on foundation, contour, bronzer, and eyebrows because I figure we're here for a Halloween makeup tutorial, not for a get ready with me. So I'm going to be using several palettes today. Listen, you can do this in any color you want. I chose red because my costume has red in it. So if you have a green costume, if you have a blue costume, you can choose whatever color. Basically, it's just the technique. So here we go. I'm gonna first start off with my Ulta Matte Neutrals palette. It's just a good, inexpensive matte neutrals palette. So I'm gonna use this as a transition shade, and I've already primed my lids. I'm gonna go in with the color Ashley right here, and I'm only gonna use it just a little bit because I want the colors that I put over it to be deeper in those areas. That's the method to my madness. And then I'm just going to take this color Amy and just go over the top of that just to blend it. Okay, now I'm going to go into my brand new Jawbreaker palette that I was so excited to get. And I'm going to go into the color Licorice right here. I made a promise to myself to use this palette every day the week that I got it, just to see what I could do with it, and I'm super happy with it. It's amazing. Amazing. So I'm going to go into that licorice color, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid and above my crease in that transition area. And I'm using a flat fluffy brush. I'm going to just stipple that on. And then blend as I'm going. And I'm just starting with a little tiny bit on my brush because you can build up to the intensity that you want. And you can see where I put the transition shade underneath it. It gives it more of an intense red, like almost like a deep blood red rather than just the bright red. So now you understand why the transition went underneath, right? Alright, so they look pretty even to me. I think they're as deep as I want to get them as far as that color goes. The next color that I'm actually going to go into is in my Cult Mania palette, which is one of the Bad Habit palettes that I got. That's the Pat McGrath dupe. But I'm going to get this color right here. I'm going to take it on the same brush, and that's Outrage. And I'm just going to kind of deepen up the corner and the outer V and the transition area a little bit. And this has a shimmer, whereas this red that I have on my eyes is a matte. So it'll add a little bit of that shimmer. And funny thing, the Jeffree Star palette, that matte, I didn't have any fallout with, but this one I do. So I have to gently get rid of that. Although, in the scheme of things, once the look is done, it's really not going to matter probably, so never mind. And that kind of deepened that transition shade a little bit as well, so it looks more red now. My nails look so green. Alright, so going back into the Matte Neutrals palette, we're going to use this color Cora to deepen that and give it a little, like, smoke it out a bit. And I'm going to use my little M507 brush. And I'm just going to barely touch the tip of this. I don't want it to overpower that red, but I do want it to bring that shadow to my eye. Okay, that's starting to look like where I want it to be. Aha. Looking good. That's what I want. And then going back into the Jeffree Star palette, I'm going to use this flat fluffy brush that I had used for the licorice color. And I'm just going to dip into that lightly again and go along my bottom lash line. And into the center. And just buff that out. And then I'm going to take a more precise brush and I'm going to go into this color and what, and I'm just going to go back over this and deepen it up a little bit. And then just using a smaller, more defining brush, I'm going to go back into the black and just tie that in, because we're going to use a black eyeliner in the waterline, so it'll be more cohesive. Okay, so before we actually do liner and lashes and all that fun stuff, we're going to do the road dirt effect. So I bought a really badass pair of goggles for my steampunk hat look and everything, but they're like that kaleidoscope eyes thing. So when I practiced this look, I tried using those, and let me tell you, that was not the easiest thing to do because you're seeing your face through these goggles. So anyways, we're going to use the dog goggles. This is just a cheap pair of goggles that my husband picked up for my pups probably 2 years ago. So it's just the easiest way to do this, and I've got to take these off for that. So we're just going to slide this onto the eyes like so, and going in with this palette again because it's just good for this kind of stuff, you know? And I'm going to take a larger natural fiber brush and I'm going into the colors Kristen and Kira, and I'm just going to basically do like this and just get them all over. And then because we want the color where the goggles would be, that provides a good template. See? Easy peasy. Alright, then we take them off. Road dust. Looks like you've been out riding your motorcycle, right? And my daughter and I actually concocted some fairy road dust from the pigments that I have, and I'll link that video in the eye so you can check them out. But when they're dry, they're very sparkly, and it might not capture on camera as well, but in real life they're super shimmery and beautiful. That being said, you don't want to wipe these when you're doing this. My recommendation is I'm going to take this foundation brush that I wasn't super keen on because the bristles weren't dense enough, but this will really probably work very well for this particular use. So I just have a little bit in the cap. And actually it looks like you can see that in the camera. Now, listen, if you're one of those people that's worried about your wrinkles showing up and you want to be like this super glamorous Halloween beautiful girl thing, if you're 18, this look is still going to make you look like that. But if you're my age, just be prepared for your wrinkles to show, because it is what it is. You're putting sparkly stuff all over your face. You just knocked the table, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to throw some liner and mascara and a pair of lashes on, and then we're gonna play with these. Okay, so I'm back. I threw some metallic lipstick on because I figured it would go with the theme, which is steampunk, and I threw some false lashes on for once. It's so strange to see myself in false lashes because I never wear them, so they just seem like they're so huge on me. And maybe they are, maybe they aren't, and I'm just not used to seeing them, but that's okay. Anyways, so this part of the look is done, and now what we want to do is put some gears on. Just like a little final touch. I've already gone like over the top with the whole riding on my motorcycle road dust thing and the red eyeshadow, so I want to keep this as simple as possible. So I got some liquid latex, and this is just Walmart liquid latex, and it comes with a little sponge and a little brush. So we're just gonna squeeze this out and get it on the end of the brush and put it on the back side of this, and be pretty generous with it because it might like kind of squish a little bit, but you really want it to stick, and it's gonna dry clear. So whatever you're wearing, it's gonna dry that color underneath, you know, obviously your foundation or whatever. Get that on there good. And I tried to find spirit gum, but I'm kind of limited to my resources. I'm gonna stick that on there and just hold it for like 45 seconds. And then take another one, just a different size, and do the same thing. And obviously if you're allergic to latex, you would definitely want to use a different adhesive. It really does get sticky and latexy. Like, for lack of a better way to put it. You enjoying this? Are you making sure that I'm putting the gears on correctly? That's what you're doing, isn't it? Making sure the cogs are working together.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, sure. You started talking about it being sticky and latexy.
Oh, that's what it was?
Sticky and latexy. That got my attention.
Oh. Sticky and latexy. Maybe we'll play with this a little later. See what else we can get sticky and latexy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so now that I've got all the gears on, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that sparkly pigment powder that we made up, and I'm just going to barely dab it around the gears, just to give them more of that metallic effect. How's that look, Daddy?
Looks good.
Okay, so Scarlett Steampunk look is done. I'm gonna go ahead and change into what I'd wear with this, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Okay, so here's the finished look in costume. I've got my furry little lady coat on and my awesome top hat, and the bustier matches the coat, thus the Scarlett Steampunk look. Again, you could do this with any color. If you had green coat or green accessories and wanted to do green, you could do it with green, blue, you name it. Possibilities are endless. Well, as endless as the spectrum, I guess. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more like this, click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and it'll let you know when I'm uploading next. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic Halloween, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Bye, bye, bye.